Hi. Today I want to talk to you all about showing up. Showing up as who you are, as all of you, without any barriers, without any limitations, without you having to hide who you are, right? So for me, when I was in school and college, it was just easy, really easy, being all of me. And what that did was it created a lot of ease in my universe because I didn't really have to think about what I had to say. I didn't have to think about how I had to be. I just had to be, and it was just easy and fun. And even now, when I look back on my life, I kind of get the sense that, school days were the best days of my life. So this brings me to something else I wanted to talk to you about. Is everywhere you define something as ultimate, right? So for example, if you go on a vacation or you have this amazing meal at this restaurant and you define it as the best, so you go, wow, this amazing vacation that I've been on, it's the best vacation I ever had, or this meal that I've had at this restaurant is the most delicious meal I'll ever get. Or even if you've been in a relationship, and you define that past relationship as the ultimate. So everywhere you define someone or something as ultimate is where you put that in a box, and that really limits you because you can never ever create beyond that, right? So one of the things Gary Douglas talks about, who is the founder of Access Consciousness, is that instead of defining things as ultimate or as something you can't have beyond that, what you should start practicing is till now. So basically you could go like, this is the best vacation I've had till now, or this is the best meal I had till now. Or if you're thinking back about the past, so when I look at my past and I look at my school days, instead of being like those were the best days of my life or they were the most carefree days of my life, if I looked at it from a point of view, or from a space rather, that was the most carefree time of my life till now, that actually leaves space for me to create beyond that, because I'm not defining it as something totally ultimate. It's just something that's been the best I've had so far, and then I can create from there and create more and more and more and go beyond. So coming back to showing up as all of you, what happens is sometimes when we're going through life, we're going through different problems, we're going through different situations, there are bits and pieces of us that kind of start getting eroded, or we start hiding those parts of us to kind of fit into whatever our reality is at that time. So maybe if I find something about me is not going to complement whatever's going on, I'm going to start kind of disassociating myself from that. So if in the past I was someone who would crack a lot of jokes and just find a lot of humor in a lot of situations, but somehow I ended up with a spouse who was or I was in a relationship where the other person was very serious, and found it really odd that I was always looking at the funny side of things. What I would eventually start doing is actually hiding that part of me to fit in, to kind of have ease in the relationship. And we don't stop just at that. We do this on so many different levels. So that's just a small example, right? And everywhere we do that, we're actually cutting away who we really are, right? And so now whatever's happened has happened in the past. But what you got to do now is actually start really creating from where you are. If it means basically, so one of the things that happened to me over the years was I totally stopped listening to music. I was someone who loved music, and I used to play the guitar, I used to sing, and I just enjoyed being in that space with music and rhythm, and I love dancing too. I still love dancing, but listening to music, playing music was something I got disconnected with. So over the last few years, I've started doing that again, and it's brought a lot of joy back into my life. So if there's some parts of yourself or some of the things that you enjoy doing, whatever it is, it could be art, it could be just meeting up more with your family and your friends, it could be different things for different people. It could be travel, it could be reading the newspaper, it could be reading books, it could be creating from a place of humor, which is also something I totally cut off. And now that I've been able to kind of reconnect with those parts of me that I divorced myself from, life's been interesting and fun again. So I still look at all the humorous side of things, so no matter what's going on in my life, I'll always try to see, what's funny about the situation I'm in, or what is it that laughter can create to change the situation that I'm in. And it totally works like magic. And it's also not really about going back into your past and thinking, okay, this is the way I was, this is the way I should be. It's not at all about that, but it's actually about just connecting back with yourself and creating from that space, inviting whatever it is that's going to bring more joy into your life and help you show up as more of you and more of you and more of you, versus kind of covering up bits and pieces of ourselves to fit into a relationship, into society, to fit into the box. So all the boxes that are self-defined, that we've put ourselves into, are you now willing to let those go? Would you be willing to destroy and uncreate those and let those go to create bigger, brighter, happier for yourself? And everywhere you're actually waiting for someone to give you the permission to be all of you, everywhere you've been told you're too much, or you expect too much from people, or you expect too much from life, what you like to do in life is not realistic. Everything you bought from anyone in this lifetime or any other lifetime across time, space and dimensions, would you now be willing to destroy and uncreate and give all of that up? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, online shots, boys and beyonds. So this right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, online shots, boys and beyonds is called the Access Consciousness Clearing Statement. I will post a link to a video that will explain to you more in detail what it is, but it basically works like a magic wand. It goes to the places where whatever it is that we are dealing with was created on an energetic level, and changes it from there so that that no longer sticks to you or interferes with how you're functioning in life. If you'd like more information about Access, about the bars or any of the tools, feel free to message me and I'd be happy to assist you with that. Thank you. Have a super day.